Cool. Well, Bradley, the first thing I'd love to hear from you, bro, is like why you wanted to join the Copy Circle in the first place.
Yeah, man. Honestly, it's coming from multiple different directions. But one, for a good time, even after I left the previous coaching program that you guys were holding, I
Mm,
felt like I got a lot from you. And I felt like honestly, I needed someone still after that to just help me out. Because even though I did get to talk to you a lot then, I didn't really like get a proper like one-on-one experience with you. And it was like just a bit of text here and there, and then we kind of like ended it and like it just ended there.
yeah.
But after I left, I did about like what was like 6 months after. I had some progress, but it was just like not consistent. I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like just I had no direction. And then once you texted me and we had like that tiny call, I said, hey man, maybe there's an opportunity for me to do something here. And I had just landed a gig with a certain client, the current client I had right now. And it was after talking to you that I really agreed to just go for it because I knew, man, at this point, I've been trying to do everything with every single resource I've gotten. I had Charlie Morgan's resources. I don't know, even God's resources. I had everybody's resources you could think about. But even with those resources, at the end of the day, I was still clueless. And it was the fact that just talking to you once without even having we hadn't even gotten to the point where I joined the program.
Mm.
I felt like I was getting some clarity, you know? And that already told me, man, by the time we already booked the second call, I was like, shit, yeah, definitely I'm saying yes to this. I already know where this is going, but I'm saying yes to this, you know? And I'm glad I did because after entering, although like my first month I was sick pretty much,
Mm.
um, just the second month coming in, already so much good things have happened. Yeah. So I'm super, super excited. And even just the way I feel and the way the people I'm talking to and the accountability I'm getting from the group, it's amazing, man. So definitely to anybody who wants to join the group, there's no doubt you should.
Awesome, bro. Well, that's so fucking cool. Like, I've heard that story so many times of like they've got all of the info, access to all the groups, all the courses, all the videos, all the documents, all the templates. But without like accountability, without, you being able to get feedback on whether you're doing it right, it's like more info is just more noise. And like you said, it's
Yeah.
clarity that we need. Like, in order to be consistent, you need to know what steps to take so you can take them time and time again without thinking, am I wasting my time? Am I fucking doing this wrong? So I think like if you're a copywriter watching this and you've got the info, you've taken the courses, you've watched the videos, all of that stuff, but you're not seeing the progress, this game is as simple as taking the right action, getting feedback on that action, and then going again with that feedback, right? And if you're missing that middle point of the feedback, then you could take all the action in the world and it never leads somewhere. So you mentioned that it took like, a month or so before you started seeing some results. I know you surprised the Wins channel the other day with a crazy win. So why don't you share a little bit about that, bro? Because that was really cool.
Yeah. So after my first month, we ended up having like a special guest on. And after it was 3 weeks, he was here with us.
Yeah.
Um, After just 2 weeks, I kind of just spent that time using his advice on how to actually make connections better. And within 2 weeks, I remember I had my friends just talking to me about like a deal they were looking for. I was like, okay, cool. I like what you guys are doing. It sounds fun. And not knowing I'm at the gym, I get a call and I'm told, man, in 2 hours, you remember that deal we're talking about? Yeah, the guy actually wants you part of it. You're gonna be actually the one closing this call. So we have the call in 2 hours. And I'm in the gym and I'm like, the fuck? But I mean, they had talked about me like being part of the call. However, I didn't expect like to be like fully ingrained into the business after that. And it's so crazy because that was a 6 day, like that was 6K a deal closed on that day. And these guys actually had started talking to this client for a very long time. It's for a SaaS product,
Yeah.
right? And these guys had started talking to him for like about me 3, 4 months before I even knew this guy, right? So it's impressive how people and the connections will actually upgrade and actually get you your name out there and actually help you get business in. And I hadn't really thought about it much when I'm thinking about my circle. I mean, yeah, I kind of did, but it's like, who knew a 6K deal would come in like that, you know? So definitely gassed about it. It was a surprise. And also it got me like a future position in the marketing department. Like they don't want anybody else. They just said, okay, cool. We've had this call with you. So once we launch, you're the one doing all our ads, you're the one doing the marketing things. Like they trust me fully. So that was gas. That was super gas.
Like to turn up to a call where they're already pre-sold on you, where someone else has sold them on you, like that trust is insane. You know, zero outreach, zero free value, zero like 3 hours by the laptop. You know, you just in the gym
Yeah.
get that text, like you're that guy. And bro, like, you know, for anyone watching the recording, we had John Caprani in for a 3 week workshop, King of Networking. He like delivered a circle of growth for us, showing us basically how to turn our network and our personal brand into inbound opportunities, referral opportunities, and basically putting goodwill out into the market without any expectation of it coming back, you know, with it actually obviously always coming back. So it's funny how it works. But bro, you've embodied the magnetic client method to a T, and you know, you've got two premium clients now. You won't really be stuck on that feast and famine or outreach cycle because those two clients can turn into more through referrals and upsells and you know, all of that stuff. So it's really cool to see, you know, thinking about how you had zero clarity to it being sick for the first month, just going through the videos, doing some docs, texting here and there, to like blowing up
Yeah.
the wins channel. It's crazy to see, bro.
Yeah, I would have never expected it. I mean, it was just my like I would even consider it my first month in
Mm,
general. But at the same time, it's just really, really impressive what little information I didn't have, and then that little information that I've just gotten from you. And yet there's so much more that I even haven't gone through in the course.
yeah.
And I've already like gotten to this point, yeah. And there's so much more I can already see coming through. Because even just talking to some people like in the whole group, you just hear the things that they're able and capable of. Like you're wondering, man, where were you all this time when I've spent 4 freaking years with no clarity, came from HU, had no idea what I was doing, just sending outreach, spent like a whole majority of 2025, no client at all the entire year. But toward the end, just starting to like pick up some things, and then you come along. Now look, where am I? Two premium clients.
That's fucking
Damn, that's crazy.
yeah, bro, that's so
Yeah.
awesome. And like, for everyone watching, right? That's as simple as it is. Like, you can have everything, but you're missing that one tiny piece of info that pulls it all together. Maybe you're missing the accountability, maybe you're missing the consistency, the clarity, whatever it is. It's like, how much is it costing you every single month to not have that thing figured out? Like you said, the whole of 2025, you know, even if you were just making, you know, 2K a month, that would have been 24K that year, just like gone. That would have been in your pocket, you know. So it's like I know it's you get these coaches, they're in your DMs, they want to fucking jump on calls, but like I know people are scared to invest, but the real cost is not fixing your fucking problem because you're capping your earning potential, and investing is the one way to get it fucking back quicker, you know. So I think investing in yourself is always the safest move because now you've got this, bro. Like it doesn't go anywhere. It's not like a crypto where you've caught a pump and now you've got to do it again. It's like you've got these skills, you've got this knowledge, you've got this clarity, you know the process. You can go do this as much as you fucking want.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one of the biggest things that you helped me really realize is that I was so controlled over how I thought I like if I'm good enough.
Mm,
And keep on telling myself I need to like learn the whole process. I need to be as good as like, the best guys in the market. I need to be as good as Alex Hormozy, like to the point where you're just constantly like overindulging in that content,
yeah.
but you're not making action. And that was a big thing for me, just overindulging, thinking I'm going to like, okay, once I learn this, then I can go out and help a client. Once I learn this, then I can go help and help this guy. But after getting like my newest premium clients, you're like, bro, these guys don't know as much as I do. So
That's
it really doesn't matter. And
yeah.
even if you don't know anything, the most powerful thing to ever tell a client is, which is I've also gotten to that point, and you were like talking about this as well. Hey man, I don't know, but I'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's as simple as that. They won't lose trust in you. See, you've already showed you have more value and you're able to provide anything. And for anybody watching this, please take this as with a lot of seriousness. Like, do not question your ability. As long as you're able to write, as long as you're able to create good copy, and as long as you're able to get good results for that specific client, because every client is going to have different success criteria. But as long as they're enjoying your work, if they ask you for something that you don't know, just tell them, yeah, I don't know right now, but I can find out.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that. No credibility lost. It actually be like, oh, okay, he's told me the truth. I trust him a bit more. Let's go see what he'll get. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd say, man. And that has really, really helped me like remove limitations around like if I want to apply for gigs, if I want to go for this guy, or if like an opportunity comes and I'm saying, maybe it's not my field, just take it, man. You learn along the way. Just you learn along the way. So yeah.
That is the best mindset to have, bro. Like you can either pay, go watch a course, go read a book, and still not have any money in your bank and still not feel confident, or you fucking get a client and get paid to learn. Because like we all went to driving lessons, but you didn't really like learn how to drive until you got in the car. You know, it's like even once you pass the test, it's like it's not until you're out on the road by yourself with no driving instructor to the left of you do
Yeah.
you really become a confident driver. Same goes with
Yeah.
everything, you know. So like Bradley, I know this industry is full of like you know a lot of shitty coaches and a lot of like groups that throw you into a group chat. You're there with a VA. There's hundreds of you. Like I know it's a scary place to be an investor, and it's a scary place to like know where to put your money. So now that you're on the other side of that and you've seen what the Copy Circle has to offer, what would you say to a copywriter that's potentially on the fence of joining us within the circle?
I'll talk about the things that I had on the fence first,
Mm,
because a lot of copywriters definitely would be feeling this position. And actually, I was having a chat with somebody yesterday, and they were talking about like he see me as a copywriter, he see me as a marketer, and he's wondering like he's had problems. And I think the first thing is, man, the goal of most people is to come in and know where they're going.
mm,
Yeah, most people get into groups and they're thinking, I'll be told exactly what to do, where to go, and how to approach this. And for a lot of these different groups, you're kind of told it, but in the worst way possible. So you kind of decipher it and get a deciphering key, go through like,
yeah.
gotta do all this James Bond shit.
Mm,
So I think the biggest thing is just deciphering, like you've made it so clear that someone comes in, I talk to you. I know what you want. I know what you're capable of. Let's fix this. Let's make this offer for you. And you don't have to think about anything else apart from this. It's very clear. If you need correction, we'll give you correction. If you need clarity on this, if you need to fix this, if you need to upgrade this based on what's happening in the market, you help them get through that point from A to Z. And I love what you've done for me every time we get on a private call. You get through it and you give me the honest feedback that I need, because also a lot of these other small groups don't really like, they kind of baby you
yeah.
and you feel like they're doing the right thing for you, but they're not
No.
really, because they have so many people to deal with. So they kind of just give you general advice.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing. Entering a small group where there's less than 20 people is one of the best things ever. Because now I can focus, my coach can focus on me. Like
Mhm.
I can talk to you and I know, okay, he'll remember me. He'll be able to talk to me about exactly what's the problem that I was facing.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing whenever you're talking to people like that,
Yeah.
right? Second thing would be the idea that I will genuinely get a result from this. I mean, fucking hell. It's been 2 months. Look at where I am, right?
Yeah.
and and I just watched a few videos, attended a few calls, and I'm here right now.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of copywriters genuinely fear that if I give this, what's the worth of it? And I think that they believe that the first thing is I'll get in and immediately the first month I'll get a result. Hey man, by the way, I might be a statistic that's very different from many others, but still, I use the same principles that I was given, and
Yeah.
look what I got. So it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that a lot of people will get into a course and then think, oh, it's been the first month. Oh, I didn't really work out. But bro, it's been the first month. It's like for us, it's a 6 month period.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's 6 months? If it was 1 month, it would have been 1 month. There's a reason it's 6 months, because there's a lot of things that you have to go through and do before you actually get the result. You might get the biggest result ever on the last day of the course.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you'll get the result,
Yeah.
right? And he didn't lie to you, right? But the thing is, you just have to do levels of work, and depending on where you're at, mentally, yeah, mentally, especially, not even like skill wise, just mentally, you will get a result dependent on that. And Morgan does a great, great, great job at removing mental hooks, man. Like this guy is amazing. So I would definitely recommend anybody to come into this course. Don't think about results first. Think about what are you going to gain from this that you were that, and what's the identity shift that you're gonna have. Identity is so powerful. What's the identity shift you're gonna have that's gonna get you the clients, that's gonna get you the money, that's gonna get you where you want to be. And that's the thing that Morgan does perfectly in this course. So that's what I'd say.
Oh, bro, well, I really appreciate that. And it, like, I feel like I say this on like every testimonial, but you really do embody the magnetic client method and everything we teach within the copy circle so well. You take action, you get feedback, and like I'm grateful that I get to say this on every testimonial because it shows that we're letting the right people in. And like even just thinking off the top of my head, bro, like although yeah, it's a 6 month coaching period, I'd say at least half of the boys have seen results fucking quick because when they come in, they take action, they get that feedback on the things that's been keeping them stuck. Often it's not crazy skill jumps you need, it's not crazy tweaks to your offer, it is the mental stuff. And I know people hear that, they join a new program and it's like mindset, and they're like, for fuck's sake, where's the outreach template?
Yeah.
But I genuinely think like, well, not think, I know from seeing it time and time again within the circle, it's like if you saw yourself the way I saw you, then you wouldn't have half of these problems. It's only these stories we've been telling ourselves in our head that keep us back and keep us stuck. And that's again why I recommend the book of Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself to anyone watching. Because like that story, that script is the same script that's been running you since you were like 7 years old, going through school, having your first job. And like that mindset isn't the same mindset as the 10 to 20K a month business owner. And so it's like creating that gap in the identity and seeing where the best version of you is and where you are right now and closing that with every single day with intention. And now look, here you are. So Bradley, I really fucking appreciate your time, brother. You're an absolute star. Thank you so much for jumping on here. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll be seeing some new people in the copy circle and you can be sharing your source with them. All right.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait. And I can't believe what's gonna happen in the next 6 months, man. I'm just so excited. So let's go see.
Let's fucking go scale, bro.